all without monthly service fees. Plus, Casasa Cash at Liberty First Credit Union gives you more ATMs nationwide. When you want more, you want Casasa Cash. Visit libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Account qualifications apply.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de the Alzheimer's Association y the Ad Council.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. This is the Don't Punt Hour. We are here with Amon Green And Morning Pearsonell, the host, as always. And yeah, we just did the hot ones. I'm still feeling a little. You're seeming to handle it pretty well.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
I've been down that aisle before, that row, as you want to say. And food challenges, heat, it being hot. So the next one on my list is what Rico mentioned, was the one chip. Hot chip.
Yeah, that one's worse. That one I feel like because, like we said, it's just like instant. There's no build up.
And see, something I learned from competition at the highest level is a lot of it's mental. The competition you face, you hype it up in your head sometime on how good they are, or how hot the chip is. Back when I was playing, it was the Patriots. They were doing their thing, right? So everybody like, man, how are we going to get past them? How are we going to win against them? We got Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, that defense, and all the players are good because they're smart. They've been educated about, playing their position from Bill Belichick, who's the best in the game. And I'm like, well, they are human beings just like us. They got to put their pants one leg on at a time, just like us.
They go to sleep just like
exactly.
you. They eat just like you.
They eat everything. So I'm in my head, I'm like, that's just something they do good. I mean, much respect to them, but we still got to play ball. Let's go. So that's kind of where I put my mindset. So I'm thinking like, hey, I don't care how hot it is. I'm going to figure it out.
One way or another.
Yeah.
You ever done like a hot ones challenge or anything close to that, DeMornay?
No, I'm good. I know my limitations. I like my taste buds. I like calm stuff. I'm cool with eating hot stuff and everything like that, but that's too much.
Where's your limit? Like if someone throws jalapenos on a burger, is like
that's fine. Those
okay.
peppers fine. Habaneros fine. That's probably about the limit. Is about right there.
Okay, so there's no way we brought the hot ones. You're not doing it.
I'm okay. I don't crack under peer pressure.
Nothing to prove.
You can have it. The one chip, no, thank you. I'll pass.
Yeah, that's smart. One chip's definitely worse. And we had Rico, and yeah, DP talks about it a little bit, but he ate that chip, and I think it was like a 5-minute turnaround. He was out.
Yeah, because it hits you slow. I've seen it happen. I've watched people do it, and I say one of my old teammates, his brother, Akbar Bajabiamila, did it on his. I think he did it in his house, and he posted it on Twitter or TikTok. I'll say social media. It was one of them. And it was like a year ago, 2 years ago, right, coming out of COVID. And he had me laughing because he's comic. If you ever watched him on The View or the talk shows he does, he gets so dramatic. Being that he's out in Hollywood and living in Los Angeles. So yeah, he's definitely for the one of the dramatic. So he drugged that thing out. But he made it funny because he was like, my lips are hot, so I don't want to shut my mouth. He's describing the pain. So yeah, he went down that aisle. It was funny though.
That's what I was impressed by. I was shutting down. Like I
saw your face.
The heat on the lips was killing me. Like I couldn't open my mouth and talk.
Yeah. And
you didn't have any milk around or anything, huh?
I looked. I checked in that milk fridge. I was gonna leave an IOU.
And I forgot because I was supposed to stop by my house. I was going to stop by my house and get almond milk. I'm lactose intolerant. And so Rico said, he asked me, he sent me
ice cream or nothing.
He said, yeah, I can, but I got to be limited with it, right?
Okay.
But Rico texted me. It's like, AG, you want me to bring the milk or the almond milk or whatever? I said, no, I'm going to be by my house. But I went to go talk to a local high school, and I was there longer than I thought. So halfway, like just pulling in the park, I'm like, dang.
Forgot it.
So I was like, that was the only little worried. And I'm like, you know what? I already said I was going to do this thing. So I got to roll through it.
It can be your downfalls too, though, because we talked about Calipari. The milk was actually a lot of his undoing as well, because he's kind of like DeMornay Pearsonell, where that heat tolerance is not there. So after every wing, he was chugging milk. By the time he got to wing 8, he had so much milk.
Yeah, and milk is not good to drink. That's a challenge.
Yeah.
People do challenges with drinking milk.
Oh, I forgot about that. One was nasty. I never understood that. With the one where they just drink a whole gallon?
Yeah. You're supposed to drink a certain amount and where you don't throw it up, basically.
Which is impossible. Your body's not
gonna. Yeah, you're gonna do that with anything. I did that with pizza one day.
You said you did a lot of challenge. What's the biggest challenge you ever did where you sat down at a restaurant that was the most challenging? Maybe one that you didn't even finish.
It was a taco challenge. Breakfast taco challenge down in Austin, Texas. Went to go visit my wife's cousin, one of her cousins. And what I figured out though, halfway through this challenge, the fix was in. So it was rigged. It was not rigged for me or probably anybody that won, which was pictures on the wall of people winning. I'm like, oh my God, their gut expands like the Blob from the horror movie or something. So what I found out while I was watching then bring me my tacos. So every plate was 3 tacos. 3 tacos. When I finished it, they had another 3 waiting on me. And I got so the record was like 30. 30 or between 30 and 40 breakfast tacos.
They're pretty decent sized tacos.
Yeah, pretty good size.
Bigger than like a street taco?
No. They're bigger than a street taco. Yes.
Okay.
Bigger than a street taco. So about good size. Potato, scrambled eggs, bacon, and cheese. That was on them. What I noticed by the time I got to 12, because I think I only got to 14 after that. When I noticed 12, that it was mostly potato.
Fill you up.
No egg. Like a sprinkle, like bacon bits, not a whole. Like first, they started off with pieces of bacon, cheese melted, and probably 3 or 4 little chunks of potatoes. The last from 10 to 14 was damn near all potatoes. I was
they're
like,
setting you up.
when they put the one plate down, I said, "Are you serious?" I said, "There is no meat on this thing. This is all potato, and we already know how potatoes will fill you up like quick that."
Yeah.
And it did. But then between doing that, I could have still worked through it. And it's like, you know what? Okay, I see the adjustment I got to do, but I didn't. I was so frustrated. I let that part of it get to me, and then
throw you off.
That 14th one, I was like, I'm done. I was like, I said, okay, I see what y'all. I said, now if I come back, I'm gonna come back to that place. I can't remember it, but I'll find it. It was in Austin. It was probably real easy if I could go down there. What is the taco place with the taco challenge? I could probably find it. So that day's coming, and I'm gonna go back there and dominate. I'm not gonna let the potatoes throw me off. That's what I'm gonna do.
That is a dirty move to kind of start sliding in the potatoes
Right.
late down the stretch.
I was like, okay, I got another about halfway where the goal is, and all of a sudden, bam. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I've never been one to.
Did you get any type of prize or anything? A ribbon? Free breakfast?
Nothing.
Reimbursement?
Frustration. Because I was like, when I was a little kid, I was like, just be fair. Don't cheat me. I felt like a little kid again. Like, man, Bully just took my honey bun. Like, man, y'all tripping.
That's brutal. DeMornay, you ever do any of those eating competitions?
I stay out of stuff like that. I don't like to lose. So I don't. I'll be mad for a week. So I don't take that.
Man, as you can tell, I'm still mad.
Yeah,
and it's
so
been
you see
years.
it? Yeah. So
It's been years. I can't wait to get back down there.
I'm good. People can do that. I'll be on the sideline cheering your way on. I don't do any competitions like that. No. Now physical sports and you go to the fair or carnival or something and knock over that. And, I'm in that all day.
Well, that's a good question right there. What's the carnival game that you dominate at? Because those are rigged a lot of times too. That hoop isn't around. You're looking at an oval.
But believe it or not, every time I've done the basketball one, I've majority of the times I've won something. So I haven't found. It's been one or two where I'm like, okay, like, come on. Between that, the dunk tank, I don't know if they have them necessarily out here, but where they have the little hoops and you got to throw something to them, them and everything like that, and they try and pump up the ball way heavier and whatnot. After a couple of minutes, the guys kind of catch on. You do something, or you're too good at no. You come to this one, throw this one. No, because that ball is rigged. So no, I'm gonna stay on this end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those every single carnival.
Well, I knew carnival, like what you said. I knew it was real, but I didn't know about that one, the basketball one. Oh, I'm gonna keep my awareness up on that next time I go.
Yeah, it was always bad. The one that I was from, Harrington, Nebraska, they didn't even try to hide it. Like you could like be looking at that rim, and there was an oval, from 30 feet away. You're like, that's not possible.
Man. Yeah, that's disrespect. They're not giving the fans. They just disrespecting the crowd coming through the consumer.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Once they get your money, it is
right.
What it is.
At least try to hide it. No.
I'm always amazed by some of those carnies. Because I don't know what your guys' experiences were with them, but like a lot of them, those rides are like, I don't know who's running all that outside of the carnies. We kind of hire them, and you're watching these things called the zipper, and you're seeing screws fly off, and you're looking.
No, I haven't seen that.
Changed my perspective.
Oh, okay. Well, that ain't good. That's not good.
Seen things not secure down or something. And
and you're talking.
I want to go get on that one. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. I got flashes of a Final Destination.
Right.
In my head.
Exactly
no, I'll pass. No, thank you.
But yeah,
I was good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, with that being said, we do got to go ahead and throw it to break. Again, this was a short one. We went a little long with the Hot Ones Challenge. I obviously had to kind of get a hold of myself. We do have Tyler Olson. He says, great show. Love to just listen. Feels like I'm hanging out, which is great. That's always kind of the idea of these shows. And yeah, if you're watching that Hot Ones challenge, you probably did just felt like you're lounging around, hanging out, because you would have to go through it. But shout out Brett Baker for doing it. And Monday, he's going to be doing it again with We Talk Facts with Eric Strickland and Cluster Johnson. So that'll be a great one as well. So yeah, definitely tune in for that. Should be great. But nonetheless, we'll throw it to break here. We got the Morning personnel. I'm on green just for this segment. I'm Harrison running the ones and twos. We'll be right back.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns. Here are your Week 5 high school football results. In city matchups, number 4 Waverly had a big matchup against number 5 ranked York. Waverly would win in a dominant fashion, 28-0, led by Aiden Smith with 3 touchdowns. Lincoln Pius 10th would fall short against Crete in a one-score game, losing 30-26. Crete would come back to win it after being down by 10 in the 4th. Lincoln Northwest would lose to Gretna East 35-7. Miller North beat Lincoln Southeast 49-28. Parkview Christian beat Sterling 26-12, and Lincoln Lutheran would also take a loss to Wilbur Clatonia 42-13. Switching the volleyball on Monday, September 25th, Lincoln East defeated Omaha Marion in 3 sets, and Lincoln Lutheran won over Syracuse in 3 sets as well. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show. Sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creekat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Don't Punt Hour with the Morning Personnel. I'm Harrison running the 1s and 2s, but we got DP hopping in. Looks like he recuperated a little bit after the Hot Ones challenge.
It's just that one moment that the bomb hits you, because the bomb hits you and then it hits you again. So it's like you meet somebody in a hole and you expect it, right? Except for in this one, it's Dick Butkus hitting you first, and then Ray Lewis, nasty behind, come and catch you off guard, and it hits you, and you're just like, oh, come on. Like, I wasn't, like, we can't do that. Like, we can't do that. And I know better. That's the real part. I know better. Like, I know when they said Brett Baker coming, that's usually my cue to have plans that night.
Smart move.
Right? Like, bounce. But DP, you know, I'm a coach, so I can't ask you to do nothing that I won't do. So
no,
you know, and it's Amon. Like, I can't look Amon in the face and send him into battle by himself.
I'll be honest though, after watching his reaction, could have.
He's barely human. I keep explaining this. I'm like, first of all, dude, you ran a 4.17. Stop tripping. Like, you really not one of us. Like, you. Right?
Different mentality.
Right? Like,
different
you built
specimen.
different. Yeah, you were just a different dude. So, okay. Then my humanity kicks in.
You can have it.
Right? And then, that. Like, and then what I really know is I'm feeling worse about tomorrow morning.
That's always the scary one.
Right? Like, tomorrow morning, I know at some point without zero warning, it gives you no, like, hey, man, about 30 minutes, I'm going to be a problem.
No warning.
It's going to wait till you get in your meeting.
Good luck with that one.
And you presenting.
Good luck.
And you up at the board. And then that.
Yeah, I'll say this much. I forgot about it when I woke up. And it's like, oh, I have my morning coffee.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one. Like,
mistake.
Yeah, like that coffee, because
I don't drink coffee, so y'all buy yourself on that.
Oh,
I can't.
Listen, you did yourself a favor.
Thank God.
You did yourself a favor. So yeah, it's the morning. like it's really hard to explain. That's the other part. Because like I tore my bicep in 2 places at the same time. And when the bomb hits you at the one place that you nicked eating like a chip earlier, and it gets in there, I would rather go through the pain of tearing the bicep than having that pain in my mouth and a nerve. That's how bad that's.
This was number 8?
That's number 8.
He said number 8 was Scorpion.
Number 8 was the one, like the bomb was like this, and you know what's coming. So
I thought I'd do better. I didn't.
The look on your face, like I felt bad for you, Harrison. I was like, because there's like he was trying to hit a button, and he was missing because his hand was shaking so bad. So he missed the button, and I'm like, okay. And so Sammy Hawk from softball, from soccer, she's goaltender, and I was like, oh, you got lucky that you got here late. You got here late because otherwise, the morning if you got here 10 minutes before,
no,
just one wing.
No,
we got one wing.
You wouldn't have.
One wing.
No, thank you.
And Eric Strickland, Monday, I will be outside on the window watching.
Yeah, I'm not participating again Monday.
No, it's Monday afternoon. So we're gonna be smart about it. We're gonna be smart about it. So Thursday, here 6:00 is the grand opening. And we're looking forward to a lot of folks. Mary Ellen's Food for Soul, they'll be here making food for everybody. Cane's will be here. We'll have all tons of food, drinks. Come on in, meet the folks, hang out for a little bit. Amon will do his show at 6, the morning at 7. And just, it should be a nice collection of folks that we can come through and introduce y'all to. So looking forward to it as well. And then we're working on the Big Red Brunch for next week. That 71 class. Johnny Rogers, Jeff Kinney will be the main events. We'll get some folks with that one as well. I'll ask you tomorrow because you can be fair and removed from it. It's a little different from your vantage, but I'll ask you. You've been around enough programs to know how former players are treated, right? What would you like from the university? Like you're a name, right? You're a name that people know, people will gather for, people will come to see.
I don't understand how we have to pick only one game to go to out of the whole year. I don't understand how, it's a problem for us to. Okay, I can understand, sideline passes, whatever, this and this and that, but for your players to necessarily come back, what happens if you don't get that email? You don't send anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens if you miss that email? Then you got to go through X, Y, and Z to jump through hoops to try and get something going on, and then they'll still see. It's not. I haven't been exposed as some of these other players and everything like that. I haven't had too many bad run-ins or anything like that. The only one thing I think that's probably like bad that happened to me, I was supposed to go to a practice and then they ended up closing the practice. I think that was like with Frost, maybe, I don't know if it was this last year or the year before, like he was gone or something like that. When it was supposed to be an open practice, which y'all said that, and I understand things change or whatnot, but like I didn't hear it from them. I didn't hear it from an email. I heard it from, somebody else that I knew that was there and was like, hey, yeah, they said nah. And then come to find out, other people were allowed to go to practice. So
Harrison, you had the perfect response just now.
Yeah.
Right? You threw your head up in the air because when we talk about it, you're not trying to rattle cages or ruffle feathers. You're speaking the truth. Like, this is a real thing that happened. And it's not that way everywhere. And I say that with full. Like, so I want everybody to just pause for a minute. Whether it was the Washington Redskins, the Carolina Panthers, the Baltimore Ravens, the Atlanta Falcons, the Houston Texans, Houston Cougars, Utah Jazz, Utah Utes, BYU, all the places that I've been and all the organizations that I've worked for, all had a plan for how this was going to be dealt with, right? And the inclusive part of it, because here's the thing. You left body parts in that building.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have skin, literal skin in the game about caring about it. So then the thing I'll ask is, when you were a player here, would it have been helpful to have a former player tell you what the expectations were, what you needed to know, what are the secrets of the game, what are the secrets of the community and the people you're dealing with?
Yeah, it would help, but I mean, as 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kid, who really wants to listen to that?
Right.
They at the stadium all day, practice, film, schoolwork. Then if you throw kids in there, some are parents at a young age and everything like that. Who wants to really, be pulled to the side for that and everything like that? Not everybody is as open to it. I mean, it would be helpful and whatnot, but I mean, you got to understand necessarily kind of like what the kids are, the athletes and everything like that is going for and going through and everything. There's a time and place, for a lot of stuff. Would that have been helpful for a lot of stuff? Yeah, but even from when I was going, it's completely different because you got NIL.
It changed.
So
yeah.
You got people, you can do stuff for money, to where when I was going to school, you get in trouble for that.
Mm-hmm.
Any type of paid appearances or anything like that. So it's different because they're conquering a different beast that I didn't have to slay. So it's like, can I really say certain stuff? Like, yeah, I probably could. Could it help? Yeah, but then from them looking at it, I'm getting paid to do this. So,
but couldn't you help you and Billy Kemp in the same space?
Mm-hmm.
Two Virginia kids who decide to choose to play at Nebraska, undersized by a lot of metrics, tougher than the perceived, being asked to come in and carry some substantial weight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that you have some advice for Billy Kemp that he could use?
Most definitely.
Right?
Most definitely.
And wouldn't it make sense for him to have access to you and you to him?
Correct.
Marcus Washington transferring in, playing at different places. Joshua Fleeks, a guy that plays multiple positions, can return the ball, also can help you at several positions. Would be beneficial to have DeMornay Pierce-Snell to kind of, hey man, just talk to, right?
Pick your brain. It's not even like it ain't even. It don't even have to be anything, crazy. When what do you see? How do you set up this? How do you hold your hands? How do you adjust the ball? You know what I'm saying? What do you look at with this and this and that? How's your lineup? When you coming out of the huddle, and what's the first thing you looking at with coverage? Are you really paying attention to the corner, or am I looking at safeties to see, what pretty much is the shell? Okay, well, after I get the shell, okay, what I want to do with the DB in front of me, is he a kick, step, is he a mirror guy? Does he like to play with his feet? Does he like to punch with his hands? Is he a grabber type guy? So yeah, I definitely can help, anybody.
Take that another step, that being able to identify the tough stuff that players go through that fans don't know about. Him being able to just shoot your text and go, yo, man,
I'm dealing with this.
Like, I'm dealing with this.
I didn't deal with coach changes. I didn't deal with, you not seeing eye to eye with your position coach, or you not seeing eye to eye with your offensive coordinator. And been there, done that on in a college level and in a professional level.
Like, you as a big bro, like to the receiver room, would be exceptional. Hey man, let me listen. And then you're being able to tell them the difference between college and NFL training camp.
Mm-hmm. It's different animal.
Right? Like
different animal.
Right. And to explain to them, look, I know what you think this is,
but it's not.
But that's not it.
Mm-mm.
Right? And to have somebody that can, one, be honest with them. Because I would imagine that in some of the conversation is, man, I think I could go to the league now. And to have you look them dead square in the eye and give them the truth, whether it's yes or no,
mm-hmm.
There's some benefit to it. So would there be any benefit to there being like a Husker big brother, like somebody that literally is just there? You're not shoved down their throat, but they have access to you on purpose.
Something like a player development type thing.
Yeah, and to have a bunch. Like there's not, I mean, because you may not be that player's flavor. There may be another, it may be Kenny Bell. right? It may be Kenny, and they maybe want to go to Kenny instead, or maybe they want to go to Irving Fryer and go, Irv, after the game. Like, what do I deal with? How can I do this? So I think a lot of the stuff that's been going on in the conversations is perceived as nuisance and ego. No, you have value. You have value.
What's the nuisance or what's the ego necessarily? You're telling them simple stuff, that it's are we not supposed to be a family? did we not, bleed, shed, tear, go left and right, and then all of a sudden now, it's not good enough to, and it's not even to talk to the players or anything like that. All it is being in the building.
Well, here's
it's just access, and I'm not, okay. Well, what's the protocol? Okay, well, in order to do that, call this person, at least give a day or two notice. Okay, well then let the protocol be known instead of people go drawing on their experiences or how it was at school to where what stuff is and whatnot.
Here's the other thing that's missed in the process is that the fans want access to DPE. The fans want you in the building. Listen, I don't care whether it's Washington, Carolina, Atlanta, Utah, whatever it is. When you walk in the building and the people who made that building special to you are in it and you have access to them, like in a lot of buildings around the country, every suite has former Huskers in it for the very reason to make the fan experience, air quotes, a better thing.
Everybody wants to feel relatable.
Right? Like it makes sense. And then, if you're watching the game and somebody's there to explain to you what actually is going on,
everything flows better.
So this is where I would say, Harrison, I'll ask you the question. Let's say this is a suite at Memorial Stadium and the tickets are $200 each. Is that ticket worth more with DeMornay in the suite with you or with DeMornay out of the suite with you?
Yeah, definitely give me DeMornay. I'm talking about too. You connect those generations, right? Because DeMornay Pearsonell, that's kind of my peak of Husker football, those 9-win seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people in my age group, that's a familiar name. That's a guy that probably a lot of people when they first started watching football, it was Amir Abdullah, it was DeMornay Pearsonell, it was Kenny Bell, it was Westerkamp. That's kind of my era, and it connects.
Nate Gary,
Gary, Nate Gary, don't want to forget him.
Randy Gregory
Absolutely.
type stuff. So yeah, definitely.
But your ability to be in the room also helps identify the value of being a Husker, which in recruiting, everybody wants to know. Like, I'm not coming to Nebraska to lower my value. Mm-hmm. I'm coming here to do whatever I'm going to do next. And the game always ends. At some point, your number comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Having a plan for what happens when that happens should be everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a big part of this station is there are a bunch of exceptional former student athletes who don't have voice, don't get heard, don't get seen, don't know their value. And every time we go through this, I now know that I can put your name on a piece of paper and it at least allows me to go and generate some money for you. That's what all this, like Nebraska, to me, that's what's missing, is that
just taking care of your own. Do what you say.
Like, be who you say you are.
And it's just not when you get something in return. And it's not even, anything crazy. I'm not saying put me on the staff. I'm not saying, give me X, Y, and Z or anything like that, because.
But you could run a receivers camp and make every receiver in the state of Nebraska in high school better.
Probably.
Everything, like you and Kenny, you can take two receivers from the last 4 decades and you put them at a camp in Memorial Stadium and you invite every receiver.
Or when they have those camps, invite some of those, I know the big under the lights thing and everything like that, see if anybody's in town for that and everything like that, to where, those parents or those kids can not only ask, those questions to the current players who only have up to so much of the last 2 or 3 years who understand it, but at the end of the day, they only understand their ceiling in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you're reaching back a little bit further. Okay, well, you went and played in the league. You know what I'm saying? You went and did X, Y, and Z and everything like that. Well, how did playing at this university, or what those having those guys there at maybe those camps or something like that, to where the parents can ask a lot of those questions necessarily that those younger cats might not understand or might not know the answer to. So I mean, that's simple. That's not hard to do or anything like that. Hey, can you come back? Or is there any way that you can be in town, or this and this and that? We have this type of event to where now you tapping into a different type of recruiting, to where you reaching not only the kids, but you reaching the parents, because the parents are seeing something that the kid might not.
Imagine how much time do we have? I don't have the clock in front.
Yeah, we got to go to break here. We're a little over, but
I'll set the tone for this. Imagine the parents of high school players in the state being able to come in and watch film with you, the coaches of around the state. They're all the receivers coaches in the state, being able to come into a room and watch film with the Mornay to break this stuff down and teach their players. I want his take on that when we come back.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
93.7 The Ticket has moved downtown, and you're invited to join us for new beginnings. Join us for our grand opening on Thursday, October 5th at 6 p.m. to celebrate our new space with ribbon cuttings and more. Raising Cane's will be on site to provide entertainment and prizes as we bring downtown Lincoln the newest hangout spot for its favorite radio station. It's 93.7 The Ticket's grand opening at the new 11th and O location, sponsored by Raising Cane's. Tune in throughout the week for more information on times.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, will be breezy, and we'll see a high of around 82. Tonight, showers and storms appear likely. We'll see an overnight low of around 57. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies will return. Seeing an afternoon high of around 73. Meteorologist Kyle Plecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Don't Punt Hour. And again, this will be our final segment, a short and sweet one, but stay tuned because we have on and off the pitch with Sammy and Sarah from Nebraska Soccer. They're on a nice little run, so be sure to stay tuned in for that one. And again, if you guys want to join the show, 402-464-5685.
I think she's the number 2 scorer in the country.
Only.
Or in the Big Ten.
Only. Yeah, Big Ten.
But Nebraska also has the number 1 scorer in the country. So if you're not paying attention to women's soccer, you might want to get on board because they're balling right now. So this was the question. So could you or would you be interested in being in a classroom with all of the receiver coaches around the country, around the state? So of all the schools, if you said, hey, listen, come down, bring your receivers, come down here, I'll work with them, I'll train you all. Is there interest?
I would say so, yeah.
So through all of this stuff that we've been talking about, the power and the benefit of being a Husker is supposed to be the family, the connection, the long game. Mm-hmm. But then if you tell me that the long game is once a Husker, always a Husker. If you tell me that that doesn't have value, then you have to pay attention to it. And we're trying to give everybody involved voice and then get right. And if somebody asks a question about you and you don't like your answer to it, you have every right to correct it, to get it right. If somebody said, well, DuMornay's not working hard enough, DuMornay will say whether he knows whether that's true or not, and he'll get to work, or he won't get to work.
One way or another.
Right? Like you get to work. This is what it should be. And I think sometimes people get defensive that, well, you're talking about me. No, we're talking about a situation and circumstance. And if you happen to be connected to it, that ain't on the people who are questioning it. It's on you to get it right. Mm-hmm. So in a perfect world, like you and I have talked about this, you are a Husker. You're a Husker of some renown. Do you get Husker swag on a regular basis from the university?
That's a hard question to answer.
Yeah. Let me rephrase it. Do they send you on your own Husker gear for you to shine in?
Well, the last couple of years with me being on a team, yes.
Uh-huh.
So outside of that, I'm not so sure. But I've received stuff around training camp, the Huskers and the pros or something like that. So they have sent out a care package.
Yeah. Does that have value to you? Is that good does that make you feel good about being a Husker?
Absolutely.
Does that allow you to represent the Huskers?
Absolutely.
So why wouldn't you there's some $64 million annually in Adidas gear provided to the university.
So do you have a raffle, or does everybody get it, or like how do you distribute that outside of the guys that are just playing pro?
We see parents of recruits who never come to Nebraska again. We see, they're $64 million. And quick math, there's 750 athletes a year in all sports. Not all sports get the same amount of gear. So there is a point. Like, we understand that football gets more than the bowling team. Right?
National champs, though.
Right.
Shout out to them.
Right. Right. So when it's not uniform or balanced, then your opinion of it and your judgment of it, how you set it up, comes into play. Like, people got to look at it. Like, those are national champions. They probably should get some more. Volleyball just proved that if you put us at the same level as football, put us on the same space, we can do what they do and do it better. We can fill the stadium and we win. So,
and they keep those alumni in touch. I know we've talked about it all the time.
Well,
but that's a very important aspect for them.
The big story is Jordan Larson being a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the big story. Like, that's a big story, and it helps you recruit, and it keeps people connected. I just think that DuMornay has value. Again, part of why I was thrilled about bringing him back into the space. One, because it resets his value in this market. And we get to do more. Now he gets to say, okay, this is a good starting point, but here's what I'm looking to do long game. Now, how do we get there? The University of Nebraska and its athletic department has the same questions, and they have the same things to work from. I think DuMornay will help us get there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you were brought on, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's why find value, give it experience. We keep it simple, bro. We keep it simple. You got a special guest tomorrow. Who's coming on the show?
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, Wednesday, right?
I thought it was Thursday.
Well, you can bring him Thursday too.
I thought it was Thursday.
Okay, we'll do it Thursday.
Thursday.
All right. They'll have to hang out with us.
Josh Mitchell.
Yeah.
Corner, black shirt. He
10
gonna
seconds.
he gonna hop on with us. Talk a little bit about some things, a fight or two or a couple games, and we'll see that Thursday at 7, I believe.
Absolutely. With that being said, we'll go ahead and get out here. Up next, we got On and Off the Pitch with Nebraska Soccer.
Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget, their Nashville